Welcome to our podcast, where we dive into the fascinating world of software development and technology tools that shape our coding experiences. Today, we're going to explore GitHub and some of its coolest features that are not only revolutionizing how developers work, but also creating a community around coding. Now, if you're not a developer, don't worry. We'll break everything down into bite-sized pieces that everyone can understand. So, let's kick things off with GitHub Copilot. Picture this. You're staring at your computer screen, code editor open, and the cursor blinking tauntingly at you. It's one of those days where inspiration just doesn't come. Enter GitHub Copilot. This is like having a coding buddy who can suggest whole lines of code, functions, and even complete algorithms as you type. It's powered by AI and learns from the massive amount of code available on GitHub. Pretty wild, right? I mean, just imagine the time it saves. Developers can focus on higher-level design instead of getting stuck in the weeds. Now, you might be wondering, how does GitHub ensure the security of all this code it's helping to generate? Well, they have a feature simply called security. This allows developers to find and fix vulnerabilities in their code before they even go live. It's like having a security guard who checks your code for any breaches before the big party. I think we can all appreciate the importance of keeping our projects safe, don't you? Speaking of keeping things organized, one feature that deserves some attention is GitHub Actions. For those who might not be familiar, this tool automates workflows directly from your GitHub repository. Imagine being able to automatically deploy your code or run tests every time you push a change. It's like having a personal assistant who knows exactly what you need every step of the way. And with Actions, you can set this all up without drowning in configurations. How neat is that? Let's not forget about the collaborative aspect of GitHub. Have you ever faced a project that had too many moving parts and needed clear coordination? That's where discussions come into play. This feature allows teams to communicate outside of code changes, share ideas, and ensure everyone is on the same page. It's like the water cooler for techies, a space to brainstorm without the pressure of writing code. And if you're a developer looking to contribute to open source projects, you've probably come across GitHub sponsors. This is such a fantastic initiative that allows developers to receive funding for their work. Just think about how many great projects came to life because someone had the financial support to dedicate their time and effort. So if you see a project you love, consider sponsoring those developers. Now, before we wrap up, let's reflect on how these features, Copilot, security, actions, discussions, and sponsors, are more than just tools. They symbolize a shift in how developers collaborate, innovate, and share their knowledge in the tech space. As we close today's episode, I want you to think about this. How can embracing these tools enhance your own coding experience, or maybe the experience of someone you know? It's all about making our coding journeys smoother and more enjoyable. Thanks for tuning in, and until next time, keep exploring and coding.